Alright, here we are at the Volvagia fight. I've got a fairy and a half a bottle of milk. Should be alright. Probably want to remap the hammer though. A more accessible button. Just fix that. Alright, so we want to remap. We're gonna need our hammer for this fight. Probably put it right there. I don't think we need bombs, but oh, the milk. In case we need to pull that out. You do have the advantage of the free camera. Can make the fight a little easier. And it helps to jump slash at him when doing a sword swipe, obviously. Looks like he's already at the rock throwing phase. At this point, I think it's just kind of a random chance. Probably should drink that milk. Health's pretty low. Not really any. There's not really any health drops here. Hey, what up, Green? How you doing, man? I had to go get that last key that I was missing off the stream, just because it was all the way back at the top of the tower. That one last Goron cell that I didn't unlock with the hammer. Like yesterday, I thought I had the last key, so I jumped all the way back down to the bottom, and so I had to backtrack all the way back to the 5th floor of this tower to get the one last key I needed, and then I did it off stream just because the stream kind of got boring yesterday once I got stuck in here on that part. Figured I would do this. Start it today right at the boss fight, in that way at least it's semi-entertaining. Yeah, like the crazy thing is I just beat it, and usually this one gives me no problems. Like I can run through Fire Temple usually without a hitch, but it's usually like the Forest Temple and like the Spirit Temple or the Water Temple will give me like a problem where I gotta look it up. It's always like 1 or 2 keys in some of these dungeons that I forget about. Like some of them I forget each playthrough. I just can't seem to remember. Got him. Going for the jump slash. think the jump slash deals double the normal damage of a regular sword swipe. Because it seems to be, whenever I do like the lunge attacks, it's usually, you can do half the amount of attacks on the boss. Yeah, water on 3DS is much improved. But and the 3DS has those color-coded routes for changing the water, but like once you kind of memorize those locations of where the changes are, those little areas are pretty well burned in your memory. So that I know that, like, for example, when I go into the water temple this time, I know where the 3 switches are. They're fresh on my mind. But they're not labeled very well in this game. I think you're able to do the boots as an equipable item. I believe that they've modified this so that the boots behave like they do in the 3DS version, the iron boots. I've got a job interview today in a little bit for a new company. I wasn't gonna stream today because I was like I better just prepare for this interview this morning, but then it's not till 1, and I was up at like 6. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. I was already playing this game off stream, and I was like, well, I might as well turn the channel on for at least for the Volvagia fight, if nothing else. Yep, got a little job interview. Crescent Audio is the company that I have been running the last year or so. It's my company, but business is not very good right now. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of had to look for an outside job, and like I wish Crescent Audio was doing numbers so that I didn't have to go take a job like this, but it's not. Like, the economy is in the crapper, and I make speaker cabinets for people. Like, I do custom cabinet work and sell them on reverb.com, or it's an app and a website, and people were buying a lot of my stuff, and I was filling a shit ton of orders, and then just all of a sudden, kind of this summer, people just kind of stopped spending money, and so I kind of stopped making as much product as well because nobody was buying it. It's right, yeah, it is rough out there. That's what I'm thinking. I make the good that I make is a luxury item. You know, it's a something that people don't need. You know, it's something, it's, you know, like hard times, people don't spend money on toys and stuff, so I can understand that. I haven't been buying any toys either lately. What is she giving me? Is this the magic? Double magic or something else? Hell yeah. Double, okay. This is one of the upgrades I never get usually. Like, I usually skip out on the double magic meter. I guess just because I never like run to this area of the fire temple after I beat it. Because I always beat this game and I'm like I got this small ass magic meter. Like every time I get to the end, I'm like, where's the double magic meter for this game? There. There's the exit. Proper exit. I don't think there's really too much more goodies we can get in the up here unless I had like a long shot or something. I know once you have the long shot, you come back in the up here and to the top of Death Mountain and get everything. But for now, it's kind of there's probably a heart piece I can get, but whatever. We don't really need them. What we can do is the Biggoron sword quest. What do you say, Green? I mean, you're the only one really in the chat talking to me. What do you say? Should we go to the water temple? Or it's probably not the water temple. It's probably the ice cavern that I have to hit next. But should we proceed with the game route, or should I get the Biggoron sword? Yeah, the economy really isn't in the toilet. Like, even just compared to last year, I noticed like I mean, I was selling merchandise around Thanksgiving last year, and man, okay, you like the Biggoron sword quest? I agree. It's a good time to get it. I like to get the Biggoron sword as early as possible. Trying to think. Okay, so I have the beans planted that I need in place. Should make the quest easier. At least the timed portion. But I think I gotta go get Epona real fast. I didn't actually grab Epona yet. I gotta go do that. That'll be real quick. That'll be nice to have the horse. Oops. I like how the color of the sword spin is randomized as well. Okay. I think we need it to be daytime. It'll turn daylight pretty soon. Yeah, I like the putting like a kind of a muted color on his outfit. You know, it looks cool. Like it looks more like real clothing a little bit. Is that a big Poe or a regular Poe? That's probably a regular size Poe. Yeah, it's fun to randomize them. There's that this application's pretty great, like the way it lets you do all that. It's more of it's like an old school PC app almost because of the way graphical interface, but it works very well. I'll do like a random rando every now and then on the colors just to kind of freshen it up. Now he's got brown hair, he looks like a normal dude with a pink tunic. Alright. Bonus song. Then you gotta make the horse do a couple tricks on each of these fences, I think. This is one part that I actually am not totally sure about. They'll tell you you've gotten better. Ingo will, when it's time to or like when you I think the game has got a rupee reward you. Yeah, like that. Shoot. I didn't do it fast enough. Damn it. Come on, go, Link. You wouldn't like start accelerating on the horse. I had to hit a direction. Alright, one. I don't think that was good enough. I think I needed to or a rupee. Darn it. God dang it. There we go, you're getting better. Do it. Do it. Alright. We got this shit. I usually like to, like, physically block him. Because that way, even when the carrots, run out, you can still, like, he actually can't push through. He won't push through your horse. So you can basically just get in directly in his way and he can't win either. It requires precise maneuvering. He gets pissed, forces you to go again. And this race he's even more unfair than the last one. He's gonna try to jump ahead. And you see, you just gotta, right here on this corner, always try to pull ahead. And then try not to let up. I think I might have unlimited carrots though, so it might not be an issue for this particular one. Yeah, because he didn't even come close to me. I must have had unlimited Epona carrot power. In which case, that'll make the Biggoron quest trivial. But I was gonna. I usually nail the Biggoron quest on the first try anyway, so this will just more or less ensure that it happens. Yeah, I don't see any carrot meter anywhere. Woo. It looks pretty dope. I like the Link's outfit with the pink tunic and the black boots. Brown hair. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Alright. Item 1 is the Kokiri chicken. What's up, Hylian Hero? And Alastair, you got a really long username. What's going on, bruh? We're doing the Biggoron sword quest right now, so we're on the very beginning of the Biggoron's quest. We just had to get Epona from Lon Lon Ranch, and now she gives us this pocket cuckoo. We're gonna equip it. Hopefully it will hatch. We can get the Sun Song. That's a pretty useful Ocarina song to learn while we wait for the egg to hatch. That scene's kind of eerie. Oh, do we need, I was gonna say, do we need the Din's fire for this? And I hope not. There he is. Ah! Got me. Got me with his stare. Good. Right down, up, right down, up. And that will also help with our, with this quest. The Sun Song will help at the end when we're waiting for the sword. It'll just allow us to skip through those 6 day or like that 3-day cycle at the end where we gotta wait. Shit. Oh shit. There we go. Do we wake him with the white chicken or the blue chicken? This part of the quest is always a little weird, like getting the chicken to turn blue. There we go. Ojiri. And he's gone. Alright, good. He gone. Let's hightail it. System software update. You see my TV doing that shit? Basically a giant Android tablet. I actually loaded emulators. I loaded an SNES 9X emulator on the television itself, and I'm able to like run any SNES or N64 game for that matter directly off the TV, and the TV itself runs the emulator. 64 does not work very well, it crashes, but the Super Nintendo works flawlessly. I always had to use a guide for this quest. Yeah, me too, and you know, the first, you know, probably 10 times I did it, I had to use a guide, just couldn't remember, and then I've done it enough recently where I pretty much remember. There's always some little part of this quest that I forget about though. But luckily I did do it on 3DS recently, so it's pretty fresh in my mind overall. Like, I know, like, for example, on the timed sections, you can't warp. think it's in here. Is it? No, it's... There we go. You go left as soon as you enter the woods. Do you like that part? Okay, now this is timed. So we're going to the potion shop, right? And it's gotta be day or night. I think that's also the reason I needed the sun song, because depending on the time of day, you may or may not be allowed into the potion shop, and I forget if it's night or day that you're allowed to be in there. I know last time I ran up to it, and I forgot, but whichever it was, I wasn't able to... I wasn't able to complete the quest until I changed the time of day. It also appears that Epona has like permanent fast carrot on, so that's going to also additionally alter a little bit. But all in all, faster. Right down up, right down up. That's the sun song. Oh yeah, I should have known better. I didn't do it. To do the sun song right at the entrance, I should have done, because that's what it does when you change the time of day. It puts you back at the last entrance you came in. Gotta go to the back of the shop. The real potion shop. Grog is honestly a really sad character. He ends up lost in the woods and turns into Stalfos, a creature far more disgusting. The family left the town because of... Yeah, I know, right? I watched an episode about him. His character. Okay, so I got this poultice now. Don't I bring this back to the woods? We go back to where homie just was, but he's gone. Where Grog, the character you're talking about, Robo. Hey Robo, what's up, man? Yeah, Grog is like a tragic. There's some dark, kind of darker themes in this game. There's a video, y'all guys have probably seen it. There's a video called this Ocarina of Time, a masterclass in subtext, and it's a YouTube video. Came out probably 5 years ago, but it's like a real banger of a video. Like, I think it was pretty well received at the time. You guys probably are familiar with it, but I think some of the darker themes in this game were kind of explored in that video. Man, look at my horse flying. Yeah, you know what video I'm talking about, Josh. Yeah, that video is so killer, man. Where he talks about the those Japanese spirits, the Okami, or I forgot what their name is, but it's such a great read in between the lines of this game. Makes you think the people that made this really knew what they were doing. How nonchalant she is. Yeah, the guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. So, he's not here anymore. Only his saw is left. Hee. Yeah, it's almost, it's creepy, like that phrase right there, the way she says that is it's meant to be disturbing, I think, because she's definitely not, she's like a possessed evil child, like in The Shining or something, you know, or in like, yeah, it is creepy. And the way she said, people turn into a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. Like, almost like her mind was possessed when she said that. Which I think that's what the game was kind of implying. Turn into a hideous monster like that. We just got the saw, so now we need to hightail it to desert. I guess we don't really have to hightail it necessarily, but we can. Mischievous like Faye, I always thought they were nonchalant like that because they're not human. They don't care for people that tread into the woods. Yeah, that could be it as well. I wasn't really sure kind of how it was intended to be read. You know, like the Kokiri are kind of creepy in that way. Like you're right, they don't really take to outsiders. They're very isolated and shut off. But yeah, the way that little girl acted about Grog it's strange. It's like, it's almost just though like he was taken away, and yeah, that's what happens. That's what they say happens. Everybody will stall for. It's like a legend, like a urban legend that's true in their world, you know? Okay, I gotta go see Biggoron, and there's not really a time limit per se. Woo. I always wonder why stall children don't appear at night when Link is an adult, and they just, what the hell are they anyways? Yeah, that's kind of, you know, there's something off about them not appearing during the, or at night. Oh no, so we're playing on Ship of Harkinian, which is the Ocarina PC port. Like it's basically a PC decompilation project. So this is more or less the ROM of Ocarina of Time, but yet running natively on a computer. So the color palette is just a feature of the port. It allows you to change stuff like the color palette on various, like the world and NPCs, and you can just randomize it. You can switch it up randomly. Keep shifting it to your heart's content. It's just one of the features. There's like a whole, there's hundreds of different toggles you can do that aren't cosmetic, that have to do with like a lot of the things that they implemented in this software program that runs Ocarina within it. Like they have a lot of toggles for speed running and options that only really speedrunners would care about, I would think. The main reason I like it is the native 60 FPS support and the native widescreen support. Like it runs like butter and it plays like butter. Like there's less input lag than there can be on an emulator. You know, it's closer to playing it on a real N64 as far as the response time of the inputs. And that's the main, the frame rate and the input lag for me is the main thing. Just how it just feels better to play it like that. We got a prescription. We gotta go see King Zora. So yeah, it's not really meant to, it was just meant to, I think it's cool. It looks cool to switch the color palette, switch all the colors up, but also it kind of highlights the fact that it's not running in an emulator. It highlights that it's running in a piece of software that can manipulate parts of the game like that. I think that's kind of why I leave it on, just so that it's blatantly obvious that we're not playing the vanilla ROM. One really cool thing is that Ship of Harkinian will run on basically like any PC, like even an old crappy PC, it'll run really smooth on. Because it doesn't really even need a GPU to run, it basically could run just with the CPU. And an old 3D game like this is nothing for a system to run. Alright, we gotta go see King Zora. I probably can warp. Probably could have warped somewhere into the Zora's domain, but we're practically there anyway. So I know that the next section will be timed. The prescription will be timed. or the frog. We're gonna get a eyeball frog. Oh no, dude, it's all good. Who's that YouTuber? Zeltic. There's one called Monster Maze. There's a YouTuber called Zeltic. No, I've watched a ton of YouTube Zelda lore content. I'm not like as really like into it personally, but I've absolutely sat there and listened to a bunch of those videos because they're so well done, and I love Zelda too. I just am a little less what do you call it, about the story. I haven't paid attention to a lot of the later Zelda storyline elements, so I kind of in the dark anyway. Like I've played Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild and stuff, but I guess I know, I know the storylines of the games. But games like Link to the Past, for example, a lot of the text in that game, like I'll read some of it, but I'll just kind of glaze over a lot of it. It's a bad habit. Like I know there's lore going on in some of these games, and I'm just not reading the text properly. I know they kind of get the whole, like, the three gods, Nehru and Din, Nehru, and the other one. That concept shows up in, I think, in Ocarina for the first time. I'm not sure if three goddesses were in Link to the Past. Triforce certainly was. But things like the Zora, like the Zoras are depicted way differently in the game right before this. They're depicted like these frog monsters, whereas in this game they're depicted more elegantly with like a white kind of shark fish exterior. They were kind of like solidifying what these characters were gonna look like. Thanks for playing this game. Brings me memories. I had to trade this game from a friend to play it back in the day between this and Wave Race 64, I think. Yeah. I mean, hey, Wave Race is an awesome game too. But yeah, you definitely got the better end of the deal there. Ocarina's just got so much more replay value. Well, maybe not compared to Wave Race, but it's got a lot more depth as far as the game in general. Alright, what are we supposed to do? He's frozen. What do I... Oh, I gotta unthaw him? Oh, okay, I was confused because of the ice. Oh yeah. I forgot, there's one dungeon, there's mini dungeon that needs to be done before we can even finish this Biggoron sword. That would be this. Yeah, Wave Race was actually a pretty sweet game, you know, because it was one of the earliest games for the 64. And I actually don't think I ever owned it. Like, I know a bunch of my other friends had that game, so I could always borrow it when I wanted to play it. But Wave Race was like one of the first sports titles for the system. And it was actually like a killer game in and of itself. Simplistic, but high quality. Just like 1080 snowboarding. 1080, I was really a big fan of 1080 snowboarding. Probably my favorite like sports game. That and NBA Hang Time or NBA Courtside, I think, with Kobe Bryant was one of the basketball titles that I really liked on the N64. So, I'm not sure about censored, but it's... No, like, are you mean the blood and stuff? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the red blood would be turned on by default. But since I've randomized all the colors, there's no telling what color the blood actually is, but it's... I don't think it's running off of like the 1.0 ROM by default, so I'm pretty sure it has like the original Spirit Temple music, or I mean the original Fire Temple music. But no, I don't. It's an early enough ROM that it's not censored. Like it's not the Nintendo censored copy. But the blood nonetheless won't be red unless I make it red. Hot as Zelda girl. I like what's her name, Malin's sister in Majora's Mask. The farm, Cremia? Cremia from Majora's Mask. The girl who milks cows for a living. Yeah, I think Wave Race is killer. It was fun. I remember the water, people still gush about the water in that game too. I'm a big fan of just all the early 3D, or all the stuff from the whole gen. At Lovebug, you're asking the impossible question. He's talking about the hottest Zelda girl. I mean, there's a couple of them. Who else is hot? Like, there's some contenders in, I like Zelda herself in Breath of the Wild, or in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I'm gonna say Princess Ruto from this game. Fish girl. Urbosa? Man, I need to hook shot these. I forgot the arrow doesn't do shit to him. You gotta hook shot him. Forgot what a pain in the ass these guys are. I guess I could have thrown some bombs at them. Let me do this. There we go. I just come from this way. I did. Here we go. Use your sword, my guy. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I was trying to do him in with. Trying to do him in without the sword earlier, like an idiot. Get rid of this Poe. Watched a video recently trying to figure out how well Tears of the Kingdom Link would do in the Olympics, and it was really, oh shit, I bet that was pretty interesting. What do they say? I'm sure like they like assess his height, his physical attributes and stuff, and like based on the games. Got our enough ice. Open the. Let's make the red ice. World and NPCs effects. Ice secondary. Let's make it red. Make ice primary. We'll make it green. Neon green. There's a little section I gotta go to. Just back in the middle. Alright, we made the ice red, I think. That way we can actually see what's going on. It's pretty hard if the ice is not the standout color, it's kind of hard to do. Just blends into the background of this too much. There he is. Like, where is that guy? I heard him. 20. Means we unlocked our next Skulltula bonus buck. Skulltula prize house. Where was that other piece of ice that we just melted? It was over here, was it? I think it was right here, maybe. Yeah. Yep. Fuck. These damn keys. Alright, throw that away. We got one more to go right here, right? Go off the edge here. Go here. Here. Link's top sprinting speed compared to athletes, but is insanely quick. Stamina recovery makes him a complete beast in a marathon. Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. That makes sense. Is this the cove that just opened up here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I know one of these is timed right at the end of this shit, right when you get the boots. I have to just trace this backwards in my mind sometimes. Always kind of tricky though. Oops. Alright. We had to make a detour at the ice cavern. My apologies. Now Sheik is telling us about the water temple. She's giving us the serenade of water, but we're gonna finish the Biggoron sword for this stream here today. That way it's a cohesive something to watch. A, down, right, left. And then we'll continue with the rest of the game in the next few days, but I'll definitely get the Biggoron sword right now. And I can, it's kind of funny imagining real world athletes doing really well in shot put and throwing, and they just get destroyed by a 5-foot tall guy who throws it with like 10 meters further than everyone else. Who's that guy? Like, is it Internet Pit Stop is another YouTube channel where he goes around and like puts himself on a green screen in Hyrule, goes all over different areas in this game, and like Internet Pit Stop, check him out. He even shows Link's height based on like, he estimates his height to be like 5'4". And that quality of life update right there, the ability to switch the boots out like that is Man, money. It pretty much eliminates like one of the major gripes that people have about this game. Being the boots or the way they work in the water temple and the menu. What's up, Mr. Whatchamacallit? How are you today? Trying to get us out of this dungeon. What we'll probably just do is just warp. There it is. Okay, there's a stairwell. It's a little confusing navigating this plaza, but you got the iron boots. You have gotten what you came for. Time to go. Do this fairy fountain too real fast. Shit, didn't mean to do that. Sound a lot like Penguin Zero. Yeah, I think you said that the other day. I've had people tell me that. Moist Critical. I'm familiar with his work a little bit. I've seen his commentary. I've never seen him do gaming stuff, but I know he's a big streamer. I was into him a few years ago. I haven't really kept up with him in a few years. I would say Asmongold is probably like my favorite current person that I still watch like regularly. I'm somewhat out of the loop though with certain things. Did she just give us the dungeon warp? Was that? Yeah, she gave us Furor's Wind, which we can cast in a dungeon if we wanna have like a spot. We'll go ahead and unthaw the King Zora now. I have heard Moist Critical talk. I do know I have heard that my vocal patterns and delivery does favor him somewhat. I'm trying to think where he's from. I think he might be from the same area that I'm from. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I pull that this out. Alright. We've got to hightail it to Lake Hylian now. It's on now. This is actually time section. I really hope that I don't think I'm able to warp either. Man, it takes forever just to get out of here. Alright, horse is waiting right on the ledge here. Perfect. Come on, come on. Get on her, get on her. We're at a pretty big advantage with the opponent though, with the way this is set up, because I have like permanent carrot, so I'm pretty sure that's what it feels like. I haven't been able to use the carrots up the whole playthrough so far. And I haven't actually seen the carrots on screen either. Oh god. Cutting it close here. Cutting it way too close. Comfort on that. Didn't like the Great Fairies as a child. Now that I'm adult, I don't really like them for an entirely different reason. I know what you're talking about there. They look like trannies, bro. They do. They look like trans. I think we all thought that, like, as a kid. N64 definitely makes them look like that. God. Alright, I got this poor frog. That's to hightail it to Death Mountain here. Do this shit. I usually like to put Death Mountain like in my sights on horseback if I'm traversing through the field like this. That way, that way I go in a straight line. I know the roll, like, it probably doesn't save very much time at all, but sometimes I'll use it to leave it, to exit a entrance, or exit sooner than I would by walking through it, so I'll wait till right before an exit, and then roll at the right time, like here, and he'll roll into the exit, and it'll speed up the time that the transition starts for the next scene. It's called Death Mountain. Oh shoot! Backstepping us this far. I always wonder why it's called Death Mountain. There are places in the series that have way more people die in them that doesn't have the word death in its name. Yeah, true. This game is really sparsely populated if you really look into it. That's kind of what I like about it, how simple this game really is when you kind of peer behind the curtain. Alright, so we got the... We got the claim check, right? So we play the Sun Song 6 times or so to cycle through 3 days here. You hate mobile messenger for what? For what app? Oh shit, here it is, y'all. That sword is my finest work. Whoa, look at that Biggoron sword. In all of its polygonal glory. I love the low poly. I just love it. That's what I love best about early 3D games is what I loved about Ocarina the most was the item, the menu item models, especially like the high rendered versions that appeared in the box art and magazine, like stuff they would release to the press and stuff back then. All right, there's our Biggoron sword. Our blinged out rainbow colored Link. So I am gonna get ready for my job interview, you guys. Probably shave. Try to make myself look presentable. Been enjoying this quest. Glad you're able to. Yeah, man. Thank you. I'm glad. Me too. I was like, I gotta at least make something from start to finish today, so that it's decent to watch. I'm gonna try to do that every time I get on. Is like not suck at whatever game I'm playing. I'm gonna do my best to be good at the game. and make it fun. Just talk with you guys. That's what makes it fun, is interacting. So wish me luck on the job, y'all. If I get it though, I won't be able to stream at the same schedule, so I'll have to do it like in the evenings. But hey, you know, gotta make that money. So thanks, Green. Thanks, brother. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, y'all.